Ladies and gentlemen of the internet, it is time to resoundingly applaud NASCAR, because this must truly be the end times, because not only did NASCAR make one good announcement, but they made multiple good announcements in the span of like 20 minutes. Truly, we are seeing the beginning of the end of society. The only explanation that I have for NASCAR making this many good decisions in such a short period of time, not even a period of years, not a period of months, but a period of minutes. The only explanation that I have is that truly these are the end times. The world is going to collapse within itself at any moment. Close your blinds, kiss your wife, hold your family tight. The end is nigh. The world is coming to an end today. Prepare for the end. Just prepare for the end. It's the apocalypse. It's happening now. They were 6 years too early when they announced it in 2012. It's 2012. The end of the world was 6 years ago, guys. I'm so old. So why don't we talk about this? I feel like we need to discuss this kind of thing, because this is probably the only time this season that there's going to be anything good worth discussing. So we should savor in this moment and try to make it last. So I'm going to go to Reddit. Don't think anything yet. I have not jumped sides or anything, people. I'm just going to Reddit because this is a nice compilation of what actually changed. So this should be a lot easier to actually go through what actually happened, what actually transpired, instead of trying to figure out what all happened in one fell swoop here. So here we go. Here it is. Okay. Not only, I have to say, there is one thing that I have many conflicting opinions on. One thing that, of course, the second I start a video, haven't heard anything on my phone all morning, but then again, aggressive goes around. Immediately as I start filming this, one thing that I have many conflicting opinions on is pretty much bringing a definitive swerve as far as one of my favorite endings to any series is concerned. There are two very emotionally charged endings to two NASCAR games, and the fact that this story kind of ruins one of them. But then again, I can't really be that mad. I can't really be that mad. That alone made yesterday good, right? It was yesterday? This was announced yesterday, but actually all of the things that I wanted to talk about was announced Monday. Okay. I'm slowly figuring these things out. Okay. So, let's do this. Changes review. Let's go. So the first change on this list is that the Gen 7, the goal is to be on track in 2021. And the goal is to get new manufacturers into the sport. I'll believe that when I see it. But as far as the Gen 7 is concerned, God, please, bring it on. Please, take off the fucking splitter. See, like, I don't think we need a Gen 7. I think the cars look nice, and we can make them work if we just take off the splitter and take off the taper spacer. But that's just me. If we have to go through the whole song and dance of another new car body at this point, you know what? Screw it. Just blow everything up and start over from scratch at this point. That's the only way to save this shit, so why not? Give it a try. We've already fallen from grace every single year since they stopped using the Gen 4. But hey, if you could just... Gen 7 could just be Gen 4 with the safety equipment, with the composite body, and you know, that alone would solve many things, but that's obviously not going to happen. I mean, it might. You know, I feel like we have to discuss the fact that literally every change since Brian France went away has been good. Has been exactly what they should have done 10 years ago, you know. We were kind of stuck with the shitty package when Brian France left, because that was created and tested before Brian France was gone. So the fact that we just have to wait a couple of years for that to go away, I mean, that's a positive. That's a net. This is a net positive. If we have to put up with a shitty package now, and it means that there's going to be something good on the horizon later. See, this is exactly why I suffered through 2015, because I knew that 2016 would be better. And it was. Just have to suffer through the shit. I don't understand why we have to suffer through shit that we already know doesn't work. I mean, Brian France is gone. You could just take off the tapered spacer right now and fix everything. You could do it. You could do it, NASCAR. You really could. But they won't. Anyway, next thing. The enhanced vehicle chassis is now a thing that has to be done in every race. That used to be a thing that was optional. That really doesn't. I don't think that matters as far as actual changes to the racing is concerned. As for the Xfinity Series, the composite body is now mandatory. The field size is 38. Dash for Cash returns to the same 4 tracks. Now, I will say, we already lost the Dodge, so composite body having to be a thing is no longer important. Losing Dodge is the saddest of all deaths. The top 10 saddest anime deaths, number 1 is the Dodge in the Xfinity Series. So yeah, I'm disappointed about that. But the field being cut down to 38, I'd say is a net negative, because that means that there's less chance that Mike Harmon can race every week. And if there's less chance that if I go to another race and Mike Harmon is not there, I missed the opportunity to meet Mike Harmon. I walked past him twice, but I couldn't believe he was actually that short. So I didn't think it was Mike Harmon. But someone of that girth, he's kind of mistakable, so that's kind of on me, guys. That's on me for not meeting Mike Harmon. That really is on me. So he needs to be in the races. He needs to be at the tracks. If I ever go again, I must meet Mike Harmon. That is a personal life goal. It's on the bucket list, guys. So yeah, that's kind of an unfortunate thing, but moving on. For the truck series, the Triple Truck Challenge. I mean, alliteration sells, but I don't know about this one. So, only the Truck Series drivers, no leeches, can compete at Texas, Gateway, and Iowa, and there's a big bonus if you win all the races. I like this idea. I never thought about a Dash for Cash for trucks, so I like this idea. However, that's some pretty random tracks. Texas, which we go to twice, Gateway, and Iowa. I mean, Iowa's a good choice. I'd say you should put Eldora on the list as a wild card. If you win Eldora and don't win one of the other 3, then you still get the bonus anyway. I think that'd be, you know, it's just my opinion, guys. It's just my opinion. But, yeah. So that's a good idea. The tracks are kind of random, but I like the idea. Driver participation guidelines. If a Cup driver wins Xfinity or truck race, that team owner does not get to use that to get into the Owners' Championship playoffs. No playoff points either. Good. Thumbs up. Thumbs up to that. Cup drivers can compete in 7 Xfinity races and 5 truck races. Boo to that. Boo to that. They haven't changed that for a few years. It should be 5 Xfinity races and 3 truck races. I've said that ever since like 2016. But apart from that, good. No more Leach Owners Championship. So I'd say good on that. Good on you. Good on you. Good on you. I could go for an orange cream soda. Qualifying. They have not taken away group qualifying, even though it's supposed to be a drafting heavy package, which is exactly why they don't do group qualifying in trucks at certain tracks. So I don't fucking know why they haven't made that change. They really should if they want to be consistent. But hey, this is NASCAR we're talking about. Even in post Brian France NASCAR, we still have to deal with inconsistency. So what you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Officiating model. Blah blah blah. More harsh penalties for failing pre-race inspection. Yes, good. Good. Put up or shut up. As far as the officiating is concerned, Ultimate 23 Dragon mentioned in my Am I Done video that the officiating in 2015 was terrible as well. And I kind of said that. I did kind of say that everything in 2015 was awful. Like, literally everything that could go wrong did go wrong in 2015. So that is true. You are correct. You are correct, but I am also correct, because I'm always correct. But, and the big news, quote unquote, if you fail post-race inspection, you're disqualified. You no longer win the race. You become last place finisher. No playoff points, no first place money, no trophy. This is what I've been saying for a long ass time. What I've been saying they should do is that if you fail pre-race inspection, then you get 0 points and $0. It's just as if you did not show up to the track for that race. And I think it should impact your chase drivers. If you fail post-race inspection, it should impact the chase. Like, you have to attempt to qualify for every race. And I guess what you could say is that you attempted to qualify but didn't make the race. I guess that's your weaselly way out of that. So, I mean, I feel like it should be the case. I think that would make things a lot more interesting, personally. And then we'd have Cole Witt in the chase. He's not even racing this year, but he'd still be in... I don't even care. But, yeah. So this is what they should have been doing for a long time. Glad they're finally making this change. Truex is probably going to be the one who's impacted by it first, which is just going to be fantastic, by the way. But then again, he is on Joe Gibbs Racing instead of Furniture Row, so maybe not. Maybe not. That is some good water. That is some good water. That is everything on this list. I think there's more to actually talk about. But then again, maybe not. The interchangeable car between ARCA and everything else. Yes, I like that. I really like that. I do like that. Because one of the things that I really like about early 2000s NASCAR was like Scott Wimmer. He did not make the Atlanta Busch race, but then he attempted to qualify the Cup race with the exact same car, and then he led laps and almost won. So that's something that I want to see happening again, and this is probably the closest thing that we'll ever see to that. So if you can make it so that you can race every series with the same car, you see, the problem is that I hate, absolutely despise the teams who run the same driver in both K&N West and East. I absolutely despise them, because that is the antithesis of the spirit of K&N West. Because the series exists so that drivers on the West Coast can race those West Coast races and not have to go to the West Coast races and still compete to East Coast races and still compete for the championship. That the people that run both seasons is the antithesis of the series and should be discouraged. And I feel like this may encourage it, but I have yet to see that. But the fact that if you can have like an ARCA race and a K&N West race on the same weekend in the same area, and you can take both cars to that, like, that's good. But if it means that you can run literally the entire season in all 4 series with the same car, that may be a bit on the iffy side. Just gonna say that right now. So, yeah. If that made any sense, I hope it does. Anything else? Oh, the schedule could change, but it might not. Who knows? That's good. We've been waiting for that for years. Years and years. Yours and yours, alright? Alright? Is that like really all the actual news that came out here? I'm not seeing anything here. I'm not noticing anything. Well, yeah, that looks like everything. Oh, General Tire is now the exclusive tire for K&N, Pioneers, and Mexico. Ooh, are we getting Tire Wars Part 2? Are we getting Tire Wars Part 2? I don't know. That'd certainly be interesting. Is Goodyear leaving? I feel like this is more the case, is that General Tire making more of a presence in the actual sport means that Goodyear is gone, baby, gone. And we're going to have the General Tires. No more Goodyears. No more Goodyears. All of this, all of that for the last, what, 25 years on all the die-cast, that's going to be gone. It's going to be gone. And in its place will be something more exciting than ever before. Something that you've never seen. Something that you've never seen. It will say this instead. This right here instead. General Tire, man. General Tire. Could you imagine if, like, in the Civil War there was, like, a guy named General Tire? Wouldn't that be hilarious? Wouldn't that be a funny thing to look back on? I think that's it. I think I'm kind of just dragging this video on at this point. So, yeah. NASCAR made a good decision. And not just a good decision, but many good decisions. What kind of crazy, bizarro Twilight Zone world are we living in now? I must be in the Twilight Zone, you know? I'm going to see Jordan Peele at some point, right? Yeah. I'm excited for new Twilight Zone, but anyway. That's it. That's the extent of this video. So, I'm excited for the truck series. Austin Terrios Racing! What? What? That's not supposed to happen. Oh, man. So now I either have to cheer for Corbin, who I've been cheering for since 2015, and I want him to win so that he can be awesome for the rest of his career. But now Austin Terrios here, and he needs to win to save his career. What do I choose? Which side do I choose? Watch Rhodes win. Fuck this season already. Anyway. Yeah, you see, everything, all the good news is happening now because we all know that when the season starts, there's going to be nothing to be happy about. So get all this good news out of the way. Get all the smiles while we still can, because that's not going to be happening by the time Daytona's over. Yeah. Remember how during the Clash, like, nothing happened, everyone hated it, and it was so boring and unbearably and just terrible, and you didn't want to watch a single second of it? Remember that? Didn't that set us up for the season? But anyway. That is all in the past, and the future is on its way. ARCA! Oh, there is an ARCA race in less than 92 hours. We are 3 days away, baby. 3 days away. Oh, and I'm actually going to be able to watch it at home. Oh, man, I work Saturday morning, bitch. And then the Clash is Sunday, and I really don't care about that. I don't care about that. I only want to see Casey in the 500, alright? Alright? Casey's back, bitches! Casey's back, motherfuckers! Oh! That was attractive. Thanks for watching. I'm done. Bye.